Hi guys, welcome back to another one. So we're going to be talking about the Bioshock movie and the Gears of War movie today. Both movies I'm really excited for, but I'm also really nervous about. There's a lot of good stories, lines and stuff that go on in these that could be easily messed up. And we're going to talk about a little bit about that and look at the articles and just see what we're in for, you know? So this movie, both of them have kind of been in development hell for a long time. Um, if you've been following that, you probably already know that. Uh, I honestly think with the Bioshock movie, if they can kind of nail that feeling of the first trailer that came out, where he gets the drill in his hand, and you get kind of a sense of everything. If they can nail that look and the grittiness of it, then I think it could be really good. And it's being made by people who've made some pretty good movies. I don't know which Grudge they're talking about, but if it's the last one, But if it's the first one, then yeah, that's one of my favorite horror movies. It still creeps me out to this day. The Lego Movie was a solid ass movie. It was pretty solid. Um, so there's real talent behind all of this. So it might have a fighting chance. They seem to think that it's going to be good. They wouldn't say anything bad, but that, forward thinking and all that. They just need to nail the horror right. They need to make sure that they get the little pieces of BioShock, the drones, the splicers, like the traps, all the little techniques you can use. And if they're probably going to do, honestly, I think they should just do the whole Fontaine story. I don't think they should really mess with that a whole lot. Same with Gears. They really should not mess with that. I think that nowadays it'd probably be better if you just followed the content, because I've found that when directors and writers try to go their own way, it's not really the best. You know, like the old saying, if it isn't broke, don't fix it. Like and these series are not broken in any means. They're very well made. And so I really stress that just don't mess with it too much, please. I've been waiting for a live action of both of these since I was a teenager, and I was playing these. I mean, this has been a lifelong thing for me, and it means a lot. I'm sure everybody who's watching this already knows the Bioshock. You probably know what has happened. And yeah, it was canned in 2009. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm really excited for this, but there's not a lot of information yet on the Bioshock one. Like I said, I just hope they hit the vibe right. If they can do that, great. Awesome. All right, moving on to Gears of War. Now, this series means quite a bit more to me than Bioshock. Not that I don't dislike Bioshock by any means. It's just, in my opinion, Gears of War, the first three, is probably the most solid trilogy of video games ever produced. It's up there. There's probably another one. I don't know. This, because they're just all really good. They all have their different flavor. They all have their different characters. There's different feelings to each one. Like the first one is dark and gritty, and it's almost like survival, like the third one, but there's still quite a bit of life. And then the second one, you know, is all out war. It's spectacle and crazy, but it's also lore driven, because you visit the laboratory and they tell you a bunch of stuff, and that's really important. I honestly think that would be really cool episode or section. Well, it depends on if they do movies. Well, if they're gonna do 1 through 3 movies, then just do the storyline. So, but if you had that one segment in the second movie where it's all out war, and then it goes to like, it kind of settles down and it goes into like the lore building, and there's all those traps inside the level, and it's just fun. And then like the dude that downloads himself, it's all great. And then the third one is just all survival, and it's all about the Lambent, and it's just, and there's revenge and there's death, really gnarly death, like death that I really impacted me. No spoilers if you've never played it, but there's a very impactful death of one of the main characters that to this day is it's hard to watch. It is. I mean, that's how good these games are, you know? Now, let's talk about Dave Bautista. He's been campaigning to do that. I think Dave Bautista would be a good gear. I don't know which one. I don't know if he should be Marcus just because it's the voice. Okay, this is the thing with like these. The voice is super important to these characters. They all have very distinct voices. Marcus's is really gritty. Dom's is more up and like exciting. You know, he's more positive. You know, like it's and then and you have the asshole and Baird and and then Coltrane is even more exciting. He is like the positive powerhouse of the squad, of Delta Squad. You really got to nail these characters, man. If you mess these characters up, you ruin this whole show. And they seem to have a lot of like faith in this. And the thing is I like Netflix. I think that when they do good, they do fantastic. They can't fuck these up. They really, really can't. Because people are just going to shit on the rest of what comes out. There's also an animated Gears show that's coming out. Now that has a lot of potential because you can do everything with animation. You can make it super gory. You could just go crazy with it and make it a full-on spectacle. Oh, it'd be amazing. I really think that would be cool. Now, yeah, there's a little bit of history, but this is, yeah, development hell. People, it's been optioned by Universal, they were all trying to make this, but it just never worked out. Like, look at that. That looks really cool. It needs a bit of work. They wear clothes underneath, so it looks like he's just got that over his naked body. But that's a start, Like, this looks pretty damn good. And I really like Dave Bautista. I don't know what he might be a really good Dom. Just because, like, when he's really, like, up and exciting, I think he'd be really good as Dom. Or Marcus. I really don't care either way. As long as he's got to change that voice a bit. He's got to make it a little gritty, or he'll find his way. If he's really like passionate about it, he will do it. And I'm behind you, man. If you ever see this, you probably won't, but if you do, I'm behind you. I think that you're really good for this. Oh God. And people have said, like, what about Terry Crews as Coltrane? I think that he would be pretty damn good as Coltrane, I'm sure there's a ton of other actors. It's easy to think of just like the super buff guys, and who could we pick among that list? But it is important because these guys are all gigantic people. So it is important to the lore. Yeah. There's been a lot of game adaptions, like, oh God. What was some shitty ones? Oh, I was thinking of Avatar: The Last Airbender, but that was also a game, but it was more of a show. That is a show. I just hope that they get it right. There's a lot of cool creatures that they can pull from. There's just so much to do with this. He was saying, like, just make a good, oh, what did he say? He had a quote down here or something. He was like, make a good movie first and then make a Gears movie second. And yeah, you should want to make a good movie first, I think that's important. And then, theme it over Gears. Just get the lore right, get the creatures right, get the characters right. Don't mess with it too much. Specifically these ones, Like, God, what they did to Halo is just a travesty. I know that's not Netflix, but adapting things, I think we can see the different ends of the spectrum where we could go. And I just really care about these. They better not do what they did to Halo. I swear to God, that is like unwatchable. It's almost not like Halo was almost not even funny bad. It was like depressing to watch. Outside of like the really cool battles, like when they did the battles right, it was really gruesome. Like that soldier that took like the needler to the chest and just exploded on the back of the warthog. That's fucked up. That's super fucked up. But it's exciting, and there's a lot of things that you could do like that with Gears, you know, and even Bioshock. I mean, I'm sure we've all wanted to see a professional film grade Lancer kill, chainsaw kill. You know, that shit is fucking awesome. That is like straight up metal, and I can't wait to see that. And I hope there's a lot of that. You know, it doesn't have to be every 5 seconds, but you know, there's a lot of guns that I want to see as well, like boom shots. There's the sniper rifle, the exploding heads, you know, the oh god, the sticky grenade. You could stick grenades on people. I want to see that. You know, there's so many cool game mechanics that you can use. Oh my god, dude. The locust creatures are just fantastic to pull from, and they're so beautifully done, and it, you know, they could be easily rendered using CGI. And yeah, let's just hope for the best, guys. I want to hear your guys' comments. This means a lot to me, so let me know what you think. And I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.